Garden Not Sound. This is Rodney G. This is the second take. So I was into it, right? I was in there telling you. I was letting out my heartstrings. I was telling you why or what I've learned about gratitude. I was in it. Like I was in my Tony Robbins moment. And then all of a sudden I looked down and my little cheap online auction microphone was like, I can't no more. You need to charge me. And it just went out. And I was talking to the air that's actually blowing on me. And it's cold outside. So we're just running the air in Arizona for the hell of it. Just paying beautiful electric company for air. And I was talking to the air because my little microphone gave out. The little microphone that could not. That should be a golden book. The little microphone that could not. And I was in my moment. So now I'm back for part 2 to let you know about what I learned about gratitude. What I learned is to make sure my damn microphone is charged up before I start going on to my spills. That's what I learned about gratitude. I'm happy to have it, but I need to pay attention. Learning moment. Scarred Not Sound is Writing G, like I said before. Redoing this video, or not video, microphone. It's not a video. I haven't made it to that point yet to be on video. I'm not pretty enough. I'm working out. So maybe I'll get a little muscle built up again and start feeling good about being on video. I'll start monetizing that way. Anyway, I'm all shook up now. It just got me all rant because my microphone was dead and I was having private moments with the air. Now I'm all messed up. I got to get refocused again. Take a breath. I won't go too loud. Okay, I'm back. So what I learned about gratitude has been, I would say, everywhere in my life. And it's the way you see things. And I've always been that wise kid, right? The wise young man. More or less, I think wisdom was more about not getting your ass whooped. At least in my case. I was very wise to not get a whooping. Like, if I do this, I'm going to be okay. But if I do that, I'll get a whooping. Or I remember when my brother did that and he got chased to the house with a belt. Now I got to remember not to do that so I don't get chased with a belt. And we're 10 years difference. So he gave me plenty of lessons, which means I learned wisdom from not getting in trouble. I didn't have many whoopings. I had some because I was late with him. And it was like a double-edged sword, right? It was like, you gotta be home before it gets dark. Well, I'm 10 years younger. So I can't go showing up at the house without my brother. Because you know what? I'm going to get a whooping. You're supposed to have been with your brother. But because my brother's out running around and I'm with him, I get a whooping because I come home with my brother at dark. That will teach you wisdom. So I've been very wise at a very young age. Very little whoopings, which means no trouble out of me. Gratitude. I appreciate those teaching moments. I appreciate my brother getting chased through the house. Because I learned and I appreciate it. I've never been to prison, never been to jail. That doesn't mean that you don't get harassed still for doing nothing. That's a whole different podcast. But I didn't get in trouble for doing something. Gratitude. Gratitude for the people around me. Gratitude for people passing through my life. Not everybody needs to be your best friend to make an impact on your life. I truly believe that not everybody needs to be your best friend. Because there's a lot of people who are not in your best interest. But those people, for an hour conversation, may give you something that impacts your life forever. That's just my feelings about it. That homeless guy on the bus, I don't need to get off the bus and follow him and have life experiences. On that bus, when he turns around and has a conversation with me or initiates a conversation with me, and I look at him in his face and have a conversation back with him, even if some of the conversation is totally out there, I can still be gracious for having this person turn around willing to have a completely respectful, non-invasive conversation. That's gratitude. To hear somebody else's story. That's gratitude. Gratitude is being able to take the time to listen, to be outside yourself, to give more than yourself to somebody for a 20 to 30 minute bus ride. Gratitude. learn to accept it as well as to give it. I have learned now, let me say this completely transparent. My younger years, I was much more willing to stop and have a conversation, and then somebody may ask for a couple of dollars to give it to them. At my older age, one, it's just a different time. I don't always have a couple of dollars on me. I don't remember the last time I actually had cash in my hand. And actually, I understand that sometimes, even myself, I have decided to move on rather than stop to have a conversation. It's just now, it's just a little different because it seems to be more common. And to stop and have a conversation and to acknowledge could mean you're doing that 15 times a day in some areas. A little different now. But the people who are willing to sacrifice a kidney, took two people to make a sacrifice. Two people had to give up something so I could be here. That's gratitude. So what I learned is gratitude is not always something you receive, but gratitude is being conscious of giving. Hence, gratitude is every day is Thanksgiving without the pumpkin, without the food, and without the family fights. So just take that in, soak it up, and think about it. Think about it from your perspective. Think about how much you could do more, how much you can receive, how much you could give, and think about it in the terms of gratitude. What are you learning from who's around you, from your past? Some of the worst stuff happened, but how would my life change if it didn't happen? Depends. Depends on your perspective and maybe level of trauma. There's just so many things to wrap around, encompass all of those things in your world. Think about that. All right. Now that the air is getting colder and has received two wisdom statements today, the air is the most powerful force right now. Okay. Scar Not Silent. It's Rodney G. Appreciate you being here with me. We're still going strong. I'm out. And if you wake up, you have a purpose.